In this training video, we're going to show you how to set your technicians up within ePortal to use DAVIE4. And to do that, we'll take the option within ePortal User Management, which is available to your local company administrator. Within this application, normally you can add an application to a user either by doing it with the user and picking the application, or selecting the applications option and adding the users. For this purpose, we're actually going to do it from the users option because there are some additional features that you can only access through this option. So we select the users. Once we have our list of users, we find our technician that we're going to give the option DAVIE4 to, and we will select this icon, which is the list of applications available to us within ePortal. If we scroll down through our options, we will find DAVIE4 and DAVIE4 maintenance. Now, please note, these options are not available to you as a dealership until such time as you have ordered and had delivered a DAVIE4 computer. So until then, you will not be able to see these options. So we're looking at Mr. Andy Foskett, and we want to add DAVIE4. So we select authorization, and once we've done that, you can see it now frees up this little icon, which is the user application role, which we need to select. Within this screen, we have a number of roles, and these can be associated to the training levels of a technician. Within DAVIE4, the functionality available for the technician will actually be relative to the roles that we assign here, so it is important that we get them right. For the future, these will be linked automatically to the training management system, but at the moment we have to do this manually. We would suggest here that every technician is given the admin, basic and standard roles. You may find you want to give the admin role to possibly your receptionist, because this allows them to download some chassis files, and that may be a useful option. For your level 3 technicians and master technicians, you should therefore assign the expert and master roles as well. And you have to do that for each technician. Once you've done that, you can click the submit button, which will take you back to the previous screen. At that point, Andy Foskett now has DAVIE4 application assigned to him with the various levels of authority within DAVIE4. At this stage, if we go back, there is another step which is important to complete. This icon here are details, the little yellow cross. We have to select this because we have to give the technician a password to use within DAVIE4, and that is a different password to his ePortal password. So once we've done the first step, if we go into this option, you'll see that we have an application here, and it says applications with extra input fields. So DAVIE4 is listed. If we select a little yellow cross, then this is where we can key a password in for your technicians. I would strongly suggest at this stage that you use the same password as you've given your technicians for DAVCheck and TechShare, which will make it very easy for everybody. We need to confirm the password. The option here, engineer role, that is not selectable by yourself. That can only be selected in Eindhoven if at some stage we wish to give the technician temporarily some additional functionality within DAVIE. So that's nothing that can be controlled by the dealer administrator. So once we've added our password and confirmed it, we submit that to the system. An important step here, which you must not forget, is at this stage, we mustn't go back. We must hit the submit button again, otherwise that password is not retained. So make sure we hit the submit, which should take us back to the previous screen. And that's important that we follow those steps in that particular logical order. One tip, if you go back to the training levels and make any changes there, it will remove the password and you have to go and reset the password again. So I would suggest that you establish the right levels before you go through this process and set the technicians correctly and follow one streamlined process. Please note, technicians can reset their passwords if they like, and we will show you how to do this later in the video. Now, we said there was two options for DAVIE4 in the application, so we will go back and just show you the other one. DAVIE4 maintenance. If we select this option, there are no additional things to do, but that will give the user an additional line on ePortal under these options for DAVIE4 maintenance. What that means is that the user that has this feature can add chassis numbers onto the DAVIE4. There's no harm giving that to anybody in the dealership. To be honest with you, it won't cause any problems, but certainly maybe the receptionists or administrators should have that option. So one other new option you will find is this certificate management. I would suggest this option is only given to your DealerNet administrator. Anybody that has this option, if they choose to select it within ePortal, then that will renew your certificate. That's your certificate for communication with Eindhoven. But once you hit that button, all of your DAVIEs will instantly stop working until such time as you load a new file into them. That's a requirement once a year, so you won't have to worry about it just at the moment, but please be careful who you give that option to and how they use it. And one final thing we'll show you is how the technician can change his password himself. To do this, he will do it in ePortal and not in the DAVIE application. So within ePortal, on his menus down the left hand side, he will have one user profile, which everybody has. If he selects this, he'll see a similar screen to the one that you went into when you set his password originally. Here you'll see DAVIE4, and again the little yellow cross with the details at the side. If he selects that, that will take him to the screen where he can reset his password if he wishes. Once he's done that, he could press the submit button, and again, like you did when you set it up originally, you must click the submit button again here rather than using the close button at the top. And that's very simply how the technician can change his own DAVIE4 password within the ePortal application. And I hope that's helped.